Start by understanding what a trauma bond actually is. A trauma bond forms when intense emotional experiences, often involving cycles of abuse and reconciliation, create a powerful attachment between two people. This bond can make it incredibly hard to leave a relationship, even when it's unhealthy. The emotional highs and lows mixed with moments of affection can confuse your sense of what's normal. Recognizing a trauma bond is the first step toward breaking free from its grip. In the next scenes, we'll explore 6 key signs that you might be in a trauma bond with your partner. One major sign of a trauma bond is experiencing constant emotional highs and lows in your relationship. You might feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. One moment things are intense and passionate, the next you're dealing with conflict or even emotional pain. These cycles can be addictive, making you crave the good moments and tolerate the bad. Over time, you may start to believe that this instability is just part of love, but it's actually a warning sign that something deeper is going on. Another sign is feeling trapped or powerless in your relationship. You might notice that despite wanting to leave or set boundaries, you just can't seem to break free. This sense of helplessness is a hallmark of trauma bonds. You may worry about what will happen if you leave or feel like you're responsible for your partner's emotions. These feelings can keep you stuck, even when you know the relationship isn't healthy for you. If you find yourself constantly making excuses for your partner's harmful behavior, this could be another sign of a trauma bond. You might downplay their actions, blame yourself, or convince yourself that things will get better. This pattern can make it hard to see the reality of the situation. Over time, you may start to accept mistreatment as normal, which only strengthens the bond and makes it harder to break away. Isolation is a common tactic in trauma-bonded relationships. You may notice that you're spending less time with friends and family, or that your partner discourages you from reaching out to others. This isolation can make you more dependent on your partner for emotional support, deepening the trauma bond. Over time, you might feel like your partner is the only person you can rely on, even if the relationship is unhealthy. You feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells around your partner. This is another red flag. You might be afraid to speak your mind or express your feelings, worried that it will lead to conflict or emotional outbursts. This anxiety can make you suppress your own needs and desires, prioritizing your partner's emotions over your own well-being. Over time, this dynamic can erode your self-esteem and sense of self. Trauma bond often makes you crave your partner's approval and validation, even at the expense of your own happiness. You might find yourself constantly seeking reassurance, trying to please your partner, or feeling devastated by their disapproval. This need for validation can keep you locked in the cycle, making it difficult to prioritize your own needs or recognize when you deserve better. Trauma bonds often form in relationships where there's a cycle of abuse followed by reconciliation. The brain becomes wired to associate love with pain, making it hard to distinguish between healthy and unhealthy attachment. Understanding why these bonds form can help you recognize patterns in your own relationship. It's important to remember that trauma bonds are not your fault. They're a natural response to repeated emotional highs and lows. Recognizing the signs of a trauma bond is the first step toward healing. Breaking free can be challenging, but it's possible with support and self-awareness. Reaching out to trusted friends, family, or a professional can help you regain your sense of self and build healthier relationships in the future. Remember, you deserve a relationship built on respect, trust, and genuine care, not on cycles of pain and reconciliation.